Good evening, viewers. My name is Pretzle, and today we're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Continuing from where we last left off with our Snaky Continents Roosevelt game, we had just founded Sid Sushi and Mining Inc. on the same turn. So that's bringing in money, but resulting in a net loss at present. Although, on that same token, we are now getting lots of food, good chunk of culture, and a good chunk of production in Philadelphia. As that spreads, profit will happen. After, of course, building Grocer and Wall Street, which probably should have been done sooner, but oh well, no matter. I can trade with Augustus Caesar, as pointed out last episode, but that's not going to be very productive for me. One thing I did go through between recordings and check is the cities with unimproved tiles, of which we have Portland with 3 plains tiles and this desert hill. If I recall correctly, Baltimore with that plains tile up there, which might not be worth improving, at least in the short term. Hello. No. Yeah, don't want to work spies. Never work spies. Sarmatian, Denver, and Cincinnati are all relatively new, and so it's expected that they don't have all their tiles improved. But Sarmatian probably should by now. Just got 2 left. Denver and Cincinnati are very new, so yeah, that's allowable. Now Cincinnati actually wants a levy in its queue, which I hadn't realised before. That can come... well, actually it can come right after the market. I think that's when it's most useful. Right before the markets, rather. Market, observatory, no. Market. Completely screwed this up now. Bank. No. Library, bank. Observatory, market, grocer. That's how useful they are, typically. Of course, we'll want to cut factories and coal plants in on that as well. But I need to actually get a trade route up and running first on there. Nothing is working spies at the moment, right? No. Cincinnati's working citizens, but that's it. Okay, right, so onwards. Right, now we do that. Spy was caught? Shit. Oops, oh well. Now, I know, Picard isn't pissed at the moment, so that's good. Right, this worker needs to go here, build a railroad. Mao adopts theocracy for some reason. Whatever. For some reason, road takes the same length of time as railroad. I don't know what the deal is there, but railroad is the obvious choice. So what else needs being built and constructed, improved in Denver? Let's get a workshop here. Okay, what grew this turn? Let's expand that. Atlanta, Seattle, and New Orleans. Atlanta is fine. Seattle, as always, is not fine. What? No. Work that tile. God. Ew, don't work spies. And New Orleans. Yep, New Orleans is good. Yeah, New Orleans will be alright, actually. It'll work plenty of specialists, because it'll keep growing until... it can run 2 more specialists before it stagnates. That's fine. And that's not accounting for... ooh, hello! Done and done. Rifling for... what's the tech picture? Hell, can I do both of mine, steam power and steel, for all 3 of yours? No. I'd rather have science than tradition. And switch to representation. Emancipation? Okay, that's too much. Yeah, let's get you going into Anarchy as well. Or what if I give you those two and the world map? No, I didn't think so. I'm not giving up my biology advantage for that. That's not worth it, but rifling is an incredibly key tech. So let's do that plus representation. That's fine by me. I believe that forces him into Anarchy.
I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy.
Main reason I wanted this is for the military academy. That'll be useful when I get future great generals. Blitz is also nice to have, but not that significant promotions-wise. Commandos, okay. Grenadier and Ship of the Line, not that handy.
Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun.
Rifling, however, I will need to construct infantry, Navy SEALs, my unique unit, and tanks. As well as mech and paratroopers are actually going to be the most important from this list, since I need them for, what do you call them? I need them to take the most advantage out of quick use of nukes. Similarly, I need rifling for rocketry and for artillery, which I believe I need both of. I don't know. Although noting that, it is now better for me to go for artillery... No, I need flight anyway, I don't need artillery. Flight I need for paratroopers. Okay, that's fine. What are we doing this turn then? I checked those. Right, so first thing I did was the tech trade. And now since it's only Stalin who's lacking these techs... I don't know. I suppose I could sell him something. Yeah, steel's cheaper. I'll sell him steel. And peace with Ragnar? Oh, you will make peace with Ragnar. Do I want you to make peace with Ragnar? Is that worth me doing? Not massively. Stops you building up a relationship with Mao, though. Further than you already have. So, why not? It's not that big of a deal. And it means you don't really get anything out of your peace, which is probably what you were waiting on. So... now we need to readjust what... No, assembly line fascism I think is still correct. But that's about as far as we can see. I've gone a bit far ahead with all this. I might not actually need fascism, for one thing. I was looking over this the other day, or last recording session. I think Mao already has fascism, because he has nationalism, hence his access to military tradition, and he has assembly line, but he can't research fascism. Which implies to me he already has it. Because those are the two prereqs, and fascism doesn't lead into anything else. So, I'll probably have to skip that for now. Because I'm not in any urgent need for permanent alliances. That's not going to happen for me. So I may as well just go assembly line, combustion, physics, hold off on obsoleting ivory, so I don't want electricity just yet. But electricity, I don't actually have any windmills or water mills. Broadway's already been built. I will need radio sooner or later. But I think the more urgent thing is... not in any rush to have fission actually on until I have rocketry and shit. Now I need industrialism to uncover aluminium, which I don't actually need aluminium for anything I'm building. I need plastics, that's for sure. I'll figure this out later. For now, I think we're done with this turn. Seattle's building wealth. Can it build anything more useful? No. Similarly with New York, nothing more urgent for it to build, so that's fine. So end turn here. Taking a bit longer this episode. No, I'm not joining you in your war against the Chinese. Screw you. Right, LA has finished whatever it's doing, so let's get it queued up on a customs house, and then wealth. Portland wants a jail and then wealth. Actually, Los Angeles can queue up a jail after the customs house. And then a university, I think? Yeah. Universities aren't that great. They're nice, but eh. Although my need for jails doesn't really come into it. University before jail. Jails are incredibly non-useful at this point in time. And I've claimed these 2 tiles. Sweet. Not that I can do anything with them, but they cause his Anchornac to suffer. Which is what I want. Now this tile wants a workshop. These guys are doing the roads, railroads on these tiles over here. Eventually I'll want a railroad on every tile. There's no reason for me to not have that. But in the short term, the mines are the more urgent things to work. So let's get Cincinnati growing at last. It should have been working that from when it expanded. I don't know why it wasn't. Oh well. Let's research now. And we're running spies in Philadelphia and Houston. What else grew this turn? New York grew. It's working coast. Yeah, at this point I'd rather you work the workshop. You can work coast next, and then I want you on... I don't know. Because then you won't grow, will you? By the time you grow, you should have Sid's Sushi. Yeah, that's fine. So, Philadelphia shouldn't be working the spy, it should be working... merchant, I think. Then Houston should be working that. Or coasts. Yeah, let's get you growing once more. You can work the coast for now. And then you can do production things. Then what else was it? There were 2 more. Sarmation and Denver. Sarmation, doing the best with a bad lot, and Denver is fine. Okay, good. So Pikal has another galleon going around. Good for him. Alright, so I'm winning over here. So we'll probably eventually claim this tile. This one will take a little bit longer. Need Sarmation's borders to pop first. After the marketing, build a theatre, bank, grocer. Oh, hello. Nope. After the market, it can build a Jewish temple. In fact, no, it can build the Jewish temple first. I don't care too much about the market. I'm not getting any wealth in, well, for a while. Then, Jewish temple, market, theatre, bank, grocer, observatory. In fact, observatory, grocer, harbour, and you are getting foreign trade routes now. So, customs house? Maybe. We'll see. Onwards. Caesar will still trade me Miltrad. That's nice. You fear I'm becoming too advanced, but that is gradually easing, which is what I need. and is a very nice thing to see. So, military science is a thing that not that many people have. Enough people have it though, I think, to make it worth trading away for money golds. So yeah, let's sell military science. This is not something I had anticipated being able to do. And make peace with Ragnar? Not for that. What about... No. Okay, fine. Stop trading? You will? It's not... Don't think that's worth doing, though. That said... Now, it's not really allied with anyone, he just has open borders with everyone except Ragnar. No, I think I will do it actually. Stop trading with Augustus Caesar. That'll close their borders and all sorts of other shit. So we accept your offer. Now, Caesar doesn't really like me, or I would have thought he didn't. You negotiated a trade embargo against us, but towards Mao, he's really pissed off. You stopped trading with us, -1. Oh, okay. Fine. He's also lost the open borders happiness, which was present before. Now, 390 espionage points on that. How likely is it to happen? 78%. Right, I'm going to sit still for 3 more turns on that, I think. We will see. Otherwise... Yeah, I could sell that to Stalin. That's not worth doing, though. Wheat for fish and clam? Yes, absolutely. Sounds good, Stalin. Thank you kindly. Who else can I get things off of? Wait, so do I actually have wheat now? I do. I cancelled the wheat I was getting before, though. Where am I getting wheat from? There. Right, okay. I'm an idiot. Summation and Denver both have wheat. So yeah. Sorry, I was under the impression I only had one source of wheat for some reason. Anyway. So I can trade away my ivory, which I may well do eventually, when I get industrialism. Actually, that being something I can do, when I have things set up, I can trade away my ivory for, say, gold. Will you accept that trade? Ivory just don't like me enough. Oh, okay, fine. No one else has gold, do they? No. Oh well. That's not a problem. I'll keep this sugar deal going, though. I have 2 sources of copper now, though. Because it's a mining ink resource, I'm importing one. Right, so Surya Varman will accept my ivory. For... crabs and fish, I hope. Yep, and 9 gold per turn. Good, good. Is that something I want to do now, though? Don't think so. Actually, no, I think it is, yeah. I have plenty of happiness in all my cities. Well, Philadelphia's now unhappy. Oops. Oh well. I have access to dye, don't I? Yeah. So building a theatre would be +1 happiness. Huh. I wasn't aware I was getting unhappiness here. Guess I'm trading away some of my stuff. Oh well. Oops. Alright, well I suppose, I spread Judaism to you at some point. Yeah, Portland can pump out Jewish missionary, spread it to all my cities to bump my happiness up. I'll always get the AP hammers, so why not, right? Let's end the turn here. I said end the turn here. Thank you. My spy was caught again. Damn it. Alright, I think I'm just going to have to suffer with doing 20%. That's not a huge deal. Jail, then wealth. Both of them were caught? Or did I not have the other one in there yet? No, the other one isn't in there yet. Okay, fine. Ugh, that's really frustrating. Bakal completes the Kremlin. Bloody hell. Mao completes the Pentagon. Jesus Christ, that's not good. Let's get this axe over here. Stalin adopts various civics. Right, Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's fine. Where do I need you? You need to go there to build railroads. Then you can do the other... Yeah, the railroads and the lumber mills in Sarmatian, that's fine. You build railroad there. Seattle's unhappy, okay. Have a Confucian temple and a theatre, I guess. Huh, oops. Apparently I haven't been keeping a close enough eye on my happiness. Oh well. We won't be growing too much more though, I don't think. You need a railroad on that that hill there. And you can go up here to Zankanak, this spy. Okay. So, tech trades, again, just the military tradition from Thingymabob. Now, does everyone already have rifling? Looks like it. Now, who's at war with Ragnar? Mao. That's fine. What happened there? Sorry, my screen went black for a second. Slightly concerned, but I think we're fine. So I'm selling rifling to Ragnar for 270 gold, and maybe forcing him to make peace with Mao. Don't think I'll do that though. I want them to be at war, and I want that war to have as high a death count as possible, so Ragnar can have rifles. This should, gradually, help me get in a better position regarding the "we fear you're becoming too advanced" thing. People might be willing to trade with me in the late game, which is quite nice. Might be able to... well... no, I don't know. Now, I was thinking I might be able to get text from people off in war, but they're willing to do that regardless of how long, or how much the "we fear you're becoming too advanced" penalty is. That's not going to be an issue for them. So let's see what grew this turn. Chicago, and that's it. That's fine. Chicago is... yeah, working tiles, that's all it can do. It can grow once more and then has to work specialists, because it can't do anything else. It has no more tiles to work. That's fine, that's not a problem. So again, I don't think there's anything I can do this turn. Let's check that anything's building wealth. Oh yeah, in 2 turns I get assembly line. I guess let's rush towards that. What's unhappy? Yeah, I was planning on sending a missionary there, wasn't I? That's fine. Yeah. Okay, good. So, end turn. No, Caesar, we're not giving you biology. I'm not giving up my monopoly on that. Thank you kindly. Look at his pissed off animation. How pissed off he is. So approaching the happy cap here, so let's ignore that entirely. Build a jail. And then a theatre, I guess. Theatres are cheap as hell. And yeah, they're more beneficial than Colosseums, which would be the equivalent building. So, jail, theatre, wealth. That's fine. And the fact that these are the things I'm needing to build show I'm doing fairly okay. Let's get this railroad built. That's the next priority. So, next thing. I want that tile there. Let's chop that. Railroad that. Railroad over here. Chop that. And sit still for 2 turns. Yeah, so what was I doing? This. This needs chopping and then farming. So, cancel orders. Chop, farm. And then I want to farm this plains tile here to irrigate it. To get that a 3 food, 1 hammer tile. Not the best, but Cincinnati needs something. And my culture here on this fertile is growing, as is my advantage on this tile. So Cincinnati has a better cultural output than Izamal, which I expected, based on my religious presence in Cincinnati. So you confirm workshop. Right. Nothing going on in the tech trade screen. Yeah. Still continuing to build wealth in these cities. Actually, build an aqueduct. I'll be having health issues soon. Hospitals, not as big of a deal. Yeah, I should have been building an aqueduct there much sooner. Yeah, gotta just finish that, then we'll build the things. Which city's that? Houston? Yeah, I should have thought about that. Having poor health isn't the end of the world, but the buildings from assembly line really have an impact on that. There's +1 unhealth from a factory, and then another 2 each from coal and oil. So that's a potential +5 unhealth just from the factory alone. And then a further +2 from coal plants. So that's +7 from the assembly line buildings. +7 unhealth. And the only cities that can handle that are Washington, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Denver, New York, and Cincinnati. Cincinnati purely because it's so new. And Denver, similarly, it needs to grow. These cities up here all need aqueducts and shit. Which I should have thought of sooner, but wasn't really concerned with. Now, having the massive food influx from Sid Sushi means it's not going to be as big of a problem. I'm getting 10 food from that now. So every city with Sid Sushi in it will have 10 food and also 38 culture, but primarily 10 food. That's a big deal. So what's grown this turn, and are they working the wrong tiles? Washington is fine, but from now on it's going to want to work specialists. What was next? St. Louis and Baltimore. St. Louis is working a spy, so no. That, thank you. And Baltimore is a shithole now. Good job, Baltimore. So it's going to want the grocer before its bank and observatory. That's fine. And Baltimore will just continue to grow, which I don't really care for it to do. So let's have it run the... Yeah, run the scientist, that's fine. Nothing else is working spies. And no one else is... Oh, Denzel's growing to size 7. So apparently I didn't do that last turn, which is when I should have done it. Oh well, no matter. That's not a big deal. No one's willing to trade any resource or anything. I'm gonna do one more turn so we can see what assembly line looks like. Augustus Caesar's founded a place in a distant land. Fuck's sake. Alright, so factory here. Of course we can't queue up a coal plant just yet because the game's done and requires that we have prerequisite buildings built first before we can build buildings that have these prerequisites. So I don't care too much about the theatre now, so let's queue that up afterwards. Do you have like a bloody security agency or something in there? You fortify. My advantage there is very slightly growing. And go over here, build a railroad. That's most of my things now railroaded. Workshop on that. Okay, so now we want to have a look at cities like New York, which isn't building anything. It can have a factory. Let's have a closer look at the city. Let's have a closer look at that snout. That's fine, actually, yeah. Build a factory. Washington can queue up a factory. You, before you start pumping out those executives, have a factory, and do that before a customs house as well. In fact, do it before Wall Street. I do want to take advantage of the 75% extra power, extra production though. So I will want the coal plant built before I start on Wall Street. Now you're building a jail, you can queue up a factory. In fact, production on that won't decay fast enough. You can do the factory and then the jail and then the coal plant. That's not an issue. Coal plant there. Coal plant's already queued there. Queue up a coal plant there, a factory there. You don't need a jail or university really, so you can do the factory after you finish that customs house. Factory after the aqueduct. Factory after these 2 Jewish missionaries. St. Louis will have health issues if I don't do the harbour and grocer though. So which one gives more health per hammer? That I'm getting over here. I see spices, sugar, and wine, but not banana. So I'm getting 3 health from that. Whereas harbour, I have all 3 resources. So a harbour is more effective health-wise, and then we want the factory. Yeah, I want the health and then the factory, I think. Miami. Similar situation, can do the harbour first and then the factory. Buffalo. Mozzarella. Is not in urgent health requirements, but then factory, grocer. Yeah, factory, harbour, coal plant, grocer, observatory, bank, something. That's fine. Detroit. Harbour, factory, then grocer later. New Orleans. Harbour, factory, grocer and shit later. Where are we looking at? Factories. Baltimore. Can queue up that shit after building a grocer. Yeah, it needs the market and grocer before it can do much of anything. Summation. You do need the theatre, that's true. So queue up the factory after that. And then you'll want, no. Theatre, harbour, factory. Denver. Factory after getting the harbour done. And Cincinnati. Just queue that up after all that. I don't care enough. Get rid of the observatory and bank, though. Those aren't nearly a priority anymore. It'll need them queued up eventually, but not for a while. So now let's have a look at what we can do with stuff. Nothing much. Stalin's treasury seems to be growing by 10 per turn, so I will sooner or later be able to trade with him. And confirmed, Mao already had fascism. Pakal only just researched it, so that's fine. I would have been able to beat him to that. So I guess it's either combustion or physics next. I'm actually going to get physics first and then combustion so I can see where uranium is. That's not the end of the world, but I'd rather find that first. Then I guess, I don't know, artillery? Nah, flight's a higher priority. We'll queue up everything else after that. So what else can I do this turn? Not much, I don't think. What's growing this turn? Miami, Buffalo, and Detroit, I think, is all. Or is that previous turn? No, that is this turn. Miami, Buffalo, and Detroit. So that's working the correct tiles. Buffalo is also working the correct tiles, as is Detroit. So everything's fine. Right, so that'll do for now, I think. Thank you for watching. I have been, and shall continue to be, Pretzle. If you liked the video, please like the video, and feel free to stick around for more. In the meantime, enjoy the music, and don't forget to be awesome.